If there was a pill that had a 1 in 4 chance of getting you addicted to it, doubled your risk for depression, and doubled your risk for anxiety, and had a laundry list of other side effects, who here would take it? I imagine no one. But who here would let their kids take it? I also imagine no one would do that. Yet, as a country, that's kind of what we've done. Today, I'm here to talk about the dangerous effects of social media has on kids and teens. For me and my fellow FCC classmates that are young adults, we've already lived through the negative effects of social media, and it started in our adolescent years. And so I believe that the U.S. should not allow anyone under the age of 18 to have a social media account. I'm going to start off by going over the prevalence of social media use and social media addiction among kids and teens, and then the severity of it. Then I'm going to go over a few possible solutions as well as outline the effects of these solutions. Starting off, kids use social media. They use it a lot. The Surgeon General's advisory noted that as much as 95% of kids aged 13 to 17 report using social media. Couple that with a study by the National Library of Medicine that found that of the kids who use social media, almost 25% of them become addicted to it. The Cleveland Medical Clinic found that social media addiction caused increased eating disorders, increased irritability, increased depression, increased anxiety, increased sleep issues, lack of self-esteem, and lack of focus and lack of concentration. Yale also found that kids aged 12 to 15 of that group, if they were on social media more than 3 hours a day, their risk for depression doubled compared to kids who did not. In my own personal experience, I've seen just the hazard it can be with that social media can be. I've seen kids almost get hit because they couldn't look up from their phone when they were walking through a crosswalk. Even at my young age, I couldn't believe it, but yet it was happening. Luckily, there's a few solutions to this issue, however, no matter who you are. If you're a parent, you can institute tech-free zones, points where kids can't have their phones. For example, no phones at the dinner table, no phones when guests are over, no phones in the family room. All that works great. Educating your kids on the internet and social media is a great way to start. For companies, it would be great if apps and platforms could be redesigned to take this issue into account. And then as a country, as a government, if we could agree that completely restricting anyone under 18 from having a social media account is actually to their benefit, that would be an amazing solution as well. That's the big goal. Next, these solutions can have a great effect on this issue. The HOAG medical group found that kids who aren't on their screens and up to an hour before bed sleep 30 minutes more a night. And then for the second solution, companies like YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok are already implementing new ways to take this social media issue for kids into account. They're incorporating new updates from cyber bullying prevention to watch time reminders. And then as a country, if we were to have this said ban in place, social media abuse or social media addiction among kids would have to dramatically fall because they can't get to it anymore. I hope this really sheds some light on how big of an issue this is, for the dangers that social media can pose for anyone for kids and teens, and it's why I believe that the U.S. should not allow anyone under the age of 18 to have social media yet. As of now, nearly every kid uses social media, and of all the kids that use social media, almost a quarter of them become addicted to it, and the effects of which are severe: anxiety, depression, and eating disorders, just to name a few. But luckily, parents can institute tech-free zones. Companies are redesigning their apps to take this issue into account. And as a country, if there's anything that can make us agree on something, it would be protecting our kids. Don't let our next generation become a statistic to social media addiction. Vote now to prevent kids from having social media.